Hello.
Hi guys.
We're back.
We're still here.
We're still here, yeah. We just wanted to thank everyone for liking and subscribing so far on the channel. And also last week for the comments, some of the comments regarding the cat office and our situation with having a different address. Each of us having a different address on the Talon document. Yeah, we're probably going to double check it, aren't we? Just to be sure.
Apparently.
So next time we're in Stara, we'll check with the cat office. It will only take 2 minutes.
Okay.
Apart from standing in the queue waiting, obviously. Also, thank you for the comments regarding the length of the videos. We've decided we're going to play it by ear. And maybe we may, in the future, do 2 a week. It all depends really on the content, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It does. Yeah.
So, you know, if we've
Depends
got
what
a
we've
slow week, then it'll only be 1 video. But we're just going to see how it goes. So it's been a bits and bobs week, hasn't it, this week?
Yeah, it has. No big projects, just little bits and pieces to do. Lots of sorting out 4 other things that are happening. So
Ongoing project.
I suppose the main thing we did this week that we wanted to do was change the insurance.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. So let me just explain briefly. When we bought the car, we bought it from a private company in Stara, a tractor company it was. And they already had it insured. Everything's in place for many months, so we don't need to renew anything as such, do we? And they said to us that we wouldn't need to change the insurance, that the car's already insured, because in Bulgaria the cars are insured, not the people, basically.
Yeah, so it's a better way of doing it. Really.
Oh, I think so, definitely.
It just means you can borrow somebody's car. As long as you've got permission to borrow someone's car, you can drive it.
Yeah.
It's the car that's actually insured anyway. So obviously, as Nikki's saying, in this situation, it's already insured. It's insured till
January 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we thought surely you need to change the name. Or change the insurance, because obviously the insurance is in the person's name that bought it. If there was an accident, surely that person's going to be the one that has to claim. So we kind of decided that it was best if we went and sorted out insurance.
So we did go a couple of weeks ago, but the lady at the insurance place in Hollyland and Hgelkultur, she said you have to go and change the names on the Talon with Cat first.
Change the ownership first.
So that's what we did last week. So this week we went back and she wasn't at that office. We saw somebody else.
So in our Pidgin Bulgaria, we asked
could we transfer?
If it was possible to transfer the ownership of the insurance to us. So she contacted the insurers, Generali, and they said they'd ring her back, which they did, while we were waiting. And then she said, can you come back after an hour? She needed to speak to Generali again. So we went off and got something to eat, didn't we? Went for a little wander.
Yeah.
And we do like Hgelkultur. It was quite nice.
I love Hgelkultur, really lovely little
spend
town.
a bit more time investigating it.
Definitely, yeah.
So we went back after an hour. What we weren't sure of is whether we're going to be able to change the name, how much it was going to cost to change the name, or if we were basically just going to be paying for a New Year's insurance as of now.
Yeah.
So, but we sort of prepared ourselves to be there for a little while and what have you. So we went back in and the lady went, finished. So I went, oh, cool. You weren't sure because I don't think you'd heard her at that point.
No. I was like, what? I
was trying to say to you, oh, it's all done. And it was all done. So she changed it. She transferred the ownership of the insurance to us. So the car is still insured, obviously, on the same insurance for the year.
Until
but now it's
January 2026, but it's in our name.
In our name now.
Yeah. And all we had to do was sign a document.
And there was no charge.
Yeah.
Which really surprised us, because obviously in the UK, one, you wouldn't have been able to do that anyway, because the person who had the insurance would have cancelled the insurance and got half of it back if they were
pathetic amount of money back,
lucky.
yeah.
Because obviously admin costs and what have you.
Well, we've had that
And
when we
then,
left
exactly. And then we would have had to do a full new insurance on it anyway. So, yeah, I thought that was really good. And she was really helpful, wasn't she?
One of the things we've done this week, or I've done this week, is while Darren was busy doing another project, which we'll show you shortly, I made jam. I'd made jam one time in my life, and I had guidance from Darren's Auntie Pat when she came to stay with us, and we made cherry jam, and she taught me all about how you test whether the jam is ready to go into the jam jars or not. So the problem I have here is we don't have a fully functional kitchen yet.
Really?
So all I have is an air fryer, which I don't believe you can make jam in an air fryer, and a microwave. Also, we have a little gas stove for emergencies if the electric goes, for boiling the kettle. Not for boiling the kettle, because we haven't even got a gas stove kettle, we've got a saucepan.
No, but a saucepan. Anything you can make a cup of tea in.
Yes.
In this crisis, you always want a cup of tea.
Oh, you don't care, do you? Yeah, there was an abundance of plums. I'm sure all of you who live here have got an abundance of lovely plums at the moment. And we discovered we've got a few plum trees just outside our property the other evening, didn't we?
Yeah, they're on the main wall, basically. So
there's like yellow ones, orange ones, red ones, and dark red.
And rotten ones.
And rotten ones. And a lot on the floor. Yeah. So we picked a few that evening, stuffed them in our pockets and come home and had some, and they were the dark, I love the dark ones, they're my favourite. So yeah, had a few of those. So yesterday I decided to go and pick some. Now I don't get on well with hoofed animals. Goats like to eat my hair or my clothes, which I guess they do with everybody. Horses I don't like because my friend got kicked and broke a collarbone, and that frightens me, and my sister got bitten on her finger when she was a kid. And cows are just huge, and I've heard my other friend told me about her friend who got charged by cows in a field.
Nothing's free nowadays, is it?
So yeah, I think they're lovely animals, don't get me wrong, I think they're beautiful, but I'm very nervous around them, to say the least. Anyway, there are two big cows up our road up there where all the plums are, literally underneath the plums. But I thought, I really want these plums, so I thought, sod it, I'm going to go there. And I literally was this close to one of them, to its bottom. I thought, I hope it doesn't poop. Maybe not as close as this. I'm talking brave now. It's probably 5 foot away.
Probably at the end of the lane.
No, it wasn't. It was literally underneath the plums that I wanted. Well, I wanted all of them, to be fair. But not only that, they were eating the plums. So
all you had to do was talk to it.
Most of the I did talk to her.
And did you say, move?
No, I just said, don't do anything irrational. I'm not
you
here
said that to a cow?
I'm not here to harm you. Yes.
I think move might have been better.
No, I don't know if that's aggressive or not.
Say it nicely.
Maybe the tone might be taken aggressively. Yeah. So anyway, I managed to pick these plums. I had to pull them down because the cows had eaten all the ones slightly lower down. And I had to trample through grass. But anyway, yeah, I was scared. I was scared there might have been snakes as well, trampling through the long grassy stuff. But I was so brave anyway, and I came back with my loot in a big carrier bag. Yes, and I proceeded to make jam, which you can see in this video. God, what do I look like? That's what happens when you go and pick plums high up in trees. Anyway. So we have an abundance of plums at the moment. I've just kept these specifically to make some plum jam. I don't have much in the way of cooking facilities here. I don't have an oven. I don't have a hob. I do have a small gas top, which I'm going to use to sanitize the lids of the jam jars. But I'm going to attempt to make the plums in a microwave. So apparently I can sterilise the jars by microwaving them. I'm a bit dubious of this, but I'm going to give it a go. So apparently I can do it for 1 minute on high. I've got 600 grams of de-stoned plums, and I've got 600 grams of granulated sugar because I don't know whether they do jam sugar here or not, but sugar's sugar. I'm going to mix them together. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave, heat it on high for 3 minutes, stir, and then repeat 4 times apparently. So that was the third 3 minutes, and it has boiled over. I'm not sure what's supposed to happen, but I shall continue stirring. I just have to keep an eye on it. So the plum jam was supposed to take 5 lots of 3 minutes in the microwave on high. In reality, it's taken 5 lots of 3 minutes in the microwave on high, plus another nearly 40 minutes on simmer. So I think it's nearly there now. It is gelling. I'm going to be doing a test in a moment. But yeah, it's still simmering away. I have to say it tastes really nice, really sweet, of course, as jam always does. But I'm really hoping that in a moment I'm going to be able to jar it. I think this jam might be ready. So I'm going to place some on a cold plate. It's been in the freezer. Leave it for about 30 seconds. And then if it divides, it's ready. It is filling up a little bit. I think that is about ready now. So I'm going to jar it. Okay, that's coming out. That's how not to do it. Now you can see how to make jam in a microwave. It's fairly difficult, as you will have seen. It's certainly not as easy as making it on a stovetop. So yeah, I won't be doing any more of that until we've got a proper kitchen now. But we're going to test and see. This is the fruit of my labour. This one we're going to try, the big pot. This one we'll give away if it tastes,
if this one tastes nice.
If it tastes okay, we'll give that to our neighbour. Yeah.
If not, it'll be going in the compost.
Exactly. No, we won't. So right.
So I'll open this one.
Yep, you can open that one.
It's all sealed. And
yeah, they're both sealed.
So it's all done.
Yeah.
It says plum jam.
Yeah, this one doesn't. This one says Sladko od Sini Sliver, and then I put the date it was made. This one I had a bit of a mishap that you saw in the video. When I turned it upside down, it all started leaking out, so it is very messy on the top, unfortunately. It looks fairly good.
Sticky.
Yeah, I know,
like
the jar's sticky, yeah.
Sticky.
I know. You have to go and wash your fingers. Oh look! It looks like proper jam. I don't know why I'm so surprised. You know, because jam... Oh, I'm getting butter in there. I hate it when you get butter in jam.
Oh yeah, I know you do, because you always tell me off for it.
Yes, because you do
out
it.
Like, oh look, there's butter and crumbs in there. Ooh.
Yeah, not in that voice.
What do you want me to use a separate knife all the time?
I know.
What posh do you think we are?
So, there it is. I'll give you the bigger bit.
Thanks. This is where you puff out your cheeks and you turn into a guinea pig.
There you go. Right, have a
right,
taste.
I've got a cup of tea just in case.
Better put the lid on in case all the wasps come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a cup of tea.
Right.
This is where I know you're going to go... Ugh.
No, I'm not, for a change.
Really? We'll see. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best. You know what to go well with?
Toast.
Yeah. Or
scones and cream.
Scones and cream. Mm. Mm-hmm.
I need to
Mm-hmm. Scones and cream. Karen and Nick bought us these. Thanks, Karen and Nick. We bought them all the way from the UK to Bulgaria because that's how much they mean to us. While I was making jam, Darren was out in the garden making a lot of noise. Weren't you?
Oh, my habit. Yes, I was doing something else that Nikki asked for. Hello and welcome to Woodworking with Darren. Today we're going to make a bench.
Who's we?
Well, me, I'm going to make a bench. Nikki wants a little bench to put just by the wall over there. Alright, so I basically come up with something in my head. So I've cut some pieces of wood, as you can see. Some longer pieces as well, ready. And I'm going to sand them down, then I'm going to stain them so they're all ready. And then I'm going to put it all together and hopefully we'll have a nice little bench we can sit on. That's the plan.
Cool.
Come back later. Hi guys, welcome to Weeksy Working with Wood.
Should we put some nice music in the background for this?
I was adding my own nice music. What's the matter with Working, woodworking, we're Weeksy. Woodworking, we're Weeksy. Everybody wants to do it.
Where your wood is always wonky.
Wonky woodworking, we're Weeksy. I must be getting older in my old age anyway. Weirdly enough, because my old age, because I've actually just joined
that's
a.
Not gone in right.
Oh, no, it hasn't. It'll hold it in place there for a moment. A woodworking
Facebook group.
Facebook group. Just for ideas, and so far the main ideas that I've got are how to use my tools properly.
You're getting excited about tools now, aren't you?
I am actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just things like your table saw and things like that, and helping to get sort of 45-degree angles and all sorts of stuff like that. These little bits that you can make. So I said to Nikki, I said the first thing I'll be making is things to make things. Oh dear, which I think is quite cool. So I've just been tidying up after doing the stool or the bench, and I thought, I don't know where Nikki is, and I thought, let's go have a little look, shall we? Ah, there she is. Is she working hard or hardly working? I think I know which one I think it is. Look.
Are you disturbing me?
Working hard. Are you? Are you working hard trying to keep your eyes closed?
No, I've worked hard in the morning in the kitchen and off.
Really?
Kitchen.
Yeah? Okay. I'll carry on tidying up then. Man's work's never done, you know. See you later. Would you like an ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go get you one. Remember when you make this to caress the wood.
So now we have another place to sit in the garden, and we
never have too many places to sit, as we're finding.
And we enjoyed
Sometimes it's just too hot to sit in one particular spot, so you move to somewhere else to find a little bit of shade. We have actually had a little bit of the wet stuff.
Yes, it's been slightly cooler this week, and on the 27th, whatever day that was, we had a massive thunderstorm, which I did put a short on for that. When you have a thunderstorm, if you live here, generally the villages, they do turn off the electric, and that was true of here. I guess they don't always.
It didn't turn it off for long.
No, it came back on again, and we don't know if it's just because it's when the storm's immediately overhead. I don't know, but there was lots of lightning for like at least an hour afterwards, and the electric had come back by then. But it was roasting hot in the house.
Yeah, it didn't actually make it much cooler. I think the humidity.
It did outside.
Yeah, the humidity or something. It just felt extremely close.
Well, in our bedroom it gets up to like 32 degrees, which is way too hot. So we have actually bought an air conditioner this week because we want to have external insulation put on the house to keep it cool in the summer and warm in the winter. We can't put the air conditioners on yet because they'd have to come off. So
yeah, apparently it's best to have the external insulation first, but we can't do that until the roof's done.
Yeah.
So everyone's waiting for something always.
Yeah. So we decided to buy a portable air conditioner. It only arrived this morning. We've done our first online shop. Had it delivered by Econ, and that came this morning. It was all really easy. Got a 4% discount because we actually went to the store, Technomarket in Haskovo, on Monday to buy the air conditioner. It was on an offer, 649 leather, plus a 4% discount with the discount card. And when we got there, it was 739, I think. So we thought, no, we won't get it. But then I looked online; it was still on offer. It was obviously an online offer. So yeah, worth double checking that. So we will try that tonight, won't we?
We certainly will.
And we'll let you know how it goes.
Yes, we will, definitely.
Yeah. But we've also we decided we bought a pool. We've been umming and ahhing about it, haven't we?
Yeah, it's got that hot that you kind of get to sort of mid-afternoon and it's your energy levels are subbed.
Yeah.
And you can't really just be in the sunshine. So we decided that, in the absence of a bath. We'll have a pool. It's only little. It's 2x4 by metre, so it's not massive. It's just literally just for us to plunge into and cool down. And
thanks to Adam and Lynn from our little Bulgarian adventure for the tips. They did a video last week on how to run a pool and the costs, etc., and the setup. So that kind of gave us the enthusiasm that kind of gave us the boost to go for it.
I think we've seen a lot of people who've got pools as well, and we're like, I think they've got the right idea, to be fair. Yeah,
however, we don't want to use the mains water. We're hoping to use our well to fill it, but we're having a few problems with that, which we will come back to in a couple of weeks' time.
Our well is unwell.
Yes, it is unwell. So we'll bring you up to date on that and what's happening there in a couple of weeks' time, because there's a few things happening.
Yeah, like I say, to do one thing, you quite often got to do something else first. So in this instance, we've made a space. Not sure. Looking at the size of it, we're not 100% sure it's going to fit where we want it to. So we shall see.
Yeah.
But we've had to make sure that everything else is in place as well, i.e. getting the water into it, getting the water out of it, that kind of thing. Where's it going to go? So we've got a long hose for it,
obviously.
And we've got a pump to get the water out. And if there was an emergency, we need to get it out quick.
I was quite keen to try out Hügelkultur. I don't know if I've said that correctly or not.
I'd like to say at this point, I'm really relieved that she's doing Hügelkultur, because I thought she was digging my grave. It's definitely about the right size. And if I do go missing, there's a big mound outside. I'm probably under that.
So if you don't see Darren on the video, he may be in my Hügelkultur.
Composted down.
Yeah. So Hügelkultur, as from what I can see, is just another type of bed for growing things, and it's a process of using organic matter starting from big logs, dead trees and fallen trees and twigs and branches and leaves, lots of organic matter, starting with the big stuff, getting smaller and smaller, and you add in soil obviously. I put in some strawy stuff.
Yeah, you kind of end up with like a little mound.
Yeah, anyway, you'll see in the video, but since I've done this, because I actually did this 2 weeks ago, every time we cut off any branches or anything, we put them on top. Been adding to it, because I'm not planning on using it until next year. So yeah, you can see the video now. Today I woke up and I thought, as it's going to be slightly cooler today, about 25, 26, it might be a good idea to start building my Hügelkultur bed, which I've been wanting to do, and probably I should have thought about doing it back in March, April. I knew that this year I wouldn't be growing any vegetables because we're going to be too busy with the house. So I'm planning ahead for next year. So I've made a start by digging up the ground after Darren trimmed yesterday. So it's not rock hard, but I am getting big lumps. So not really ideal. We are gathering lots of twigs and sticks and things, which we have got loads. These are jujube. They're very spiky and probably not ideal for this, so they could make suitable hedgerow fencing.
Why are you taking it so far away from the house?
Because I'm going to have lots of beds along here, not necessarily of Hügelkultur, but this was to actually help you, because I thought, oh, well, it will be close to the jujube.
What's this thing about the water?
The water, yes, I know. So you want me to start digging somewhere else now?
I would sort of build from here, really. Would make more sense.
So what if I do it?
I mean, I've been thinking of all your beds.
Yeah. I plan to have beds and vegetables over all of this section here, which is why I said, yeah.
Good luck on that one.
Why? Don't you think I will?
I think that's really ambitious.
I know.
I think I would probably be a little bit more conservative.
Okay, well I'll start small.
Maybe come out to about here.
I'll think big, but start small. Yeah.
Here.
I've roped Darren into helping me,
sort of
and he's taken over now.
I haven't.
Because that's what he does. He's a team leader.
I'm not.
Basically.
No, I'm quit. I don't manage anything anymore. Don't even manage to put my socks on.
No, that's true.
When was the last time I managed to put my socks on?
When you were at work.
I don't think I've worn socks since I've been in Bulgaria.
Yeah, you've got lots of odd socks now.
I got lots of socks, yeah.
Yeah, because he only wears odd socks. Whereas today I decided to keep my pyjamas on. No, I didn't. I needed pyjamas because you get really bitten out in this long stuff.
Yeah, don't be such a wuss.
I don't know how you do it.
Just get bitten.
You just get bitten, yeah, but it's nasty. So I put on some
Oh, I can't believe I've still got waxy.
Some pyjama bottoms. You're not doing that. It's too much. You don't see, like you're telling me, oh, about this is ambitious. I think that's ambitious. Why don't you just straighten it off? Yeah? And just leave it. Right, this is my spot. This is ground zero. So this is the area, the fresh, new area. Darren made me dig. I think it's big enough. So we're just going to place these big branches into it somehow. I've piled out the soil on either side, filled it with some cardboard, taken all the tape off, and they are recyclable, so that's good. Darren is grabbing a pile of straw for me. is my first ever Hügelkultur bed. Yeah, I don't know whether I've done it correctly, but it's a load of organic matter basically, which is going to break down over the coming months, and I will add on some manure and some of my homegrown compost that I'm busy making at the moment. Yeah, so that's Hügelkultur. If anybody wants to give me any tips on what I've done, what I should do to improve it, how to use it, please do.
Let's bury a body in it.
I think that would be fairly easy.
Let's hope not. I need to eat more, make myself heavier if you can't move.
I can't move you anyway. What makes you think I can lift you? Huh? Darren is much happier this week because we discovered a quarry just in the next village from us, didn't we?
We have, yes. We knew of it a long time ago, but we couldn't find the blinking thing.
We couldn't find it, no.
We kept trying. I'd say we kept trying. We tried a few times, and then we just we couldn't work it out. So I'd gone this way. That's when we then looked at the map again to see where the quarry was, we realised that I was literally just round the corner from it. So I'd worked out just by chance where this route was that could get us to the quarry. So we decided to go and have a look, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's an unused sand quarry. So it's the ideal place for bee eaters, which is what I've been hoping to find.
Yes.
The bee eaters are the thing that got me into the nature.
Yeah.
Like really hook, line and sinker. I was getting into it anyway, but when we found the nesting site for them at Inzervo, that was it. Hook, line, sinker, gone. They're just, it's little flying rainbows, they were described to me as. It's always stuck with me, little flying rainbows. It's the perfect description of them. They're just stunning, stunning little birds. So we got to the quarry and they are there, which is just fantastic. Since I've been going there, I don't see anybody. I haven't seen a soul up there, which is perfect for me because it just means I now get a bit of me time with the bee eaters. It's a nice little trip down there.
Apart from when you get shocked.
That's happening again. We talked before about the pylons and walking underneath them and getting little shocks. So
I don't get shocked.
To be honest, I thought on my push bike, the tyres being rubber, should be fine. Didn't really think about it until I wasn't. If I touch my bike anywhere other than the rubber handle grips, obviously my bum on the seat, and keep my feet on the pedals and don't touch any of the metalwork anywhere, I'm fine. But if I touch the brake, the gear thingy, or the frame, or anything, if I touch anything otherwise, I get little shocks, and it's horrible. Yeah. It really is.
Throw you off.
keep touching the frame with my leg. How I go, my legs are out really out wide. I'm like this, making sure nothing can touch anything so as I wheel past this little bit. Oh, it's horrible. Really horrible. I think that's probably about it for this week.
Can you say that again? I was doing this.
So me and Goofy are saying that's enough for this week.
Yeah.
So, right, I think that's about enough for this week. I just want to say that next week is our 3-month anniversary.
Anniversary,
okay,
yeah.
So we've been here for 12 weeks.
3 months of being here.
So next week we're going to do a kind of roundup of what it's like being here,
so far.
The pros and cons, warts and all, so to speak. If you've got any questions, anything you want to know specifically about, just drop us a note and we'll see what we can do and get it into next week's.
Yeah. Because there's a few things we want to talk about next week.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, So on that note,
time to go.
Time to go. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing,
take care.
keep smiling.
Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Bye.